have to understand the pass. The over-under pass is kind of in the family what I consider kind of stack passes or hip control passes. Passes where I'm directly controlling the hips. So unlike a Toriano pass where I'm not really controlling the hips at all, I'm just moving around the legs, or a leg drag pass where I'm indirectly controlling the hips. These were physically holding onto the hips. So they give us a tremendous amount of control and stop a lot of movement-based guards. Okay? The problem with it a lot of times, or one of the most effective methods of doing these kinds of passes, what makes them so strong, is this, and this is why I do the stack pass, the over-under pass, the way I do it. If I have Brian lay back on his back and put his feet up in the air, and I tell him to shrimp, it's going to be very hard for him to shrimp, or if I tell him to bridge and lift his hips. If he can put his feet on the mat, now he can shrimp with power, he can bridge, he can do all these things. So with the stack pass, things like that, we're keeping the guy's feet off the ground, making it hard for him to do that. We want his feet and his legs with not having the ability to really push off of us, or off the ground especially. Okay, so we'll just kind of get into the pass itself. Okay, so we'll just start with kind of a basic positioning. Okay, so I want one leg between my legs, and this arm is going to be the overarm. So I'm wrapping over the leg. We'll talk about that in a minute. And this arm is going to be under, and again, I'm controlling the hips, so I'm not controlling here. I'm wrapping it. I like to cut the very bottom of the thigh where it connects to the hip. Okay? You can grab belts and things like that, and I always want to imagine doing no knee, or if I don't have clothing, so I don't tend to over-rely on grips. So I'm going to do this even if I have the grip. Okay? Now for the over, which switch sides, I don't like to hook just around the leg like this. Okay, it's the same way that I'm going to single leg. Can I get you a stand up, please? I don't really want to hook the leg like this because it allows the leg to bend. Okay? If he can bend, he can move his leg around and trouble. I'm actually going to lace straight down his leg this way. So it makes it harder for it, and it keeps the leg straight. If I do this, the leg can bend. If I go down, it's here. Sometimes I'll grab the cloth, but again, we're going to lace my arm, turn around and straight. So from now, please. So this position I'm in here, that leg is back, and this leg is here. Okay, so the under, over, very simple. So a lot of times you'll see people kind of do this, where their head is down here on the hips. And again, there's not much wrong with it. It's really tight to his hips, but the problem is, one, he can put his feet on the mat, which means he has the potential to move. Even if I'm trying to lift those legs off the mat, it's actually pretty easy for him to put his feet on the mat, move, shrimp, push. The other thing is, he can sit up here, which even gives him more power. If he sits up, let me switch sides. Here, if I'm like this, he can actually sit up and pump this few more on this side. Okay? He can start to sit up and maybe push me away, start to kind of plank to his knees or to his feet if he's a good wrestler. Okay, so I don't like having to sit up. The other thing too is if he's pushing on me, like that, his arms are really strong. Here he can almost lock his arms, making it hard for me to progress. Okay? So I actually will go much further forward. Okay? I also feel like even though I can put some pressure there, it's not as much pressure as I like to do. So what we're going to do is, there we go. We're here. When I drop into the position, I'm lacing. I'm here in my chest. My shoulder is in his chest. And I'm on my toes. So if he tries to sit up or whatever, how does that feel? Okay, here. So there's a lot of weight driving right into, it's actually not his chest so much as right under his ribs. Okay? So it's not here. Yeah. So even if I'm putting a lot of weight, it's actually not. Yeah. So to come in, I get here. Well, I drive in and I keep his legs off the mat here. I'm back, feet on the mat. So I'm picking the legs up and I'm driving in here. Now, this way. Now I'm trying to sit up or move. Very hard to do. I'm looking away. I'm eventually going to go to this side, so it's very important. My head is over here looking away. Okay? Now, let me see that for a second. I'm very conservative in my passing. Very simple. When he tries to sweep you to the sides or 45s, the way he has to do that is he has to force one hip to rotate over past the 90-degree plane. If I switch my hips, I potentially do a lot of the work for him. Okay, so if I have good enough control, I don't have to worry about it. But if you lose control or the guy is explosive sometimes and you're already facing up, you've done most of the work for him, putting you on your back. So I generally keep my hips flat to the ground. That's why wrestlers are so difficult to deal with. They tend to keep their hips flat to the ground. So I'm not going to try to back step out, switch my hips, blade my body too much. Okay, so we're here. If I start to blade my body too much, he might be able to shoot this hook inside my leg. Yes, and then I'm fighting this. Okay, so we're here. I drive in here. I'm on my toes, my feet are wide, and we're here. Okay. Now for the next part. When I pass, I do not want him to be able to get on his side. If I pass to this side, he's on his side, he's already defending, he's already shrinking away. Okay? I want him flat on his back, or maybe even a little bit turned away from me. Okay? So, when we do the pass, here. If I'm just here and I try to step out, he's got my leg up, he can really give me trouble. If I'm here, maybe he explodes right now, I lose position, or he shrinks away. Okay? Being kind of a scramble. Okay? So, I need to deal with this leg. I'm controlling that other hip, I'm going to pass this leg. So we come in, I'm here. I'm going to walk this way. See how the leg starts to drop? Now look, I kick my leg up, lift this leg, connect my knee to my elbow, here. His feet are still off the mat. Now this hand can shoot underneath the collar, and we can settle. He tries to shrimp and move, his feet are off the ground. I don't want to get into normal here, and he's planting those feet, trying to do a good thing, and I'm chasing him around. So I come in, it's kind of like my country pass, I'm very aggressive. We're playing here, where he's at the daily diva, boom. I'm in and I'm driving. I don't try to step out now, I walk this way. Kick. Okay, we don't back step like this because again, see I'm off balance. My hips stay down. I kick, connect. I still have his feet off the ground. This arm, a lot of times I'm not going to reach for the head and slide under, grab the collar. This gives me a couple things. When I pass, boom, I start to attack the back. Really important, I walk his legs out. His knee is very here. Once it starts going this way, it's easy to step out. So we're here, we come in. How's the weight? Very heavy. Walk, kick. Hips are still facing down. Here. Here. I do this sometimes. Worst case scenario, I'll actually walk, switch and go on this side. If he's just hipping, he's got real long legs. Let's turn this way. So we're here. I come in, I push the leg, I go here. I lace, I don't hook. I'm driving him with his legs. If we're over here, his hips are turned. I don't want that. I walk back, hip, pick up, connect. The elbow. He tries to turn in, he tries to shrimp. Here, then I can go ahead and step. Hopefully that'll help. Again, one more time, back on. My weight is here. One mistake, people get their feet too close. They come in, it's like a stack match where they're too high up and they're almost going to get rolled over. I don't want to be sprawled out, but I want to be here. And That's the way I use a stack pass, and a couple of details. So we want to make sure our hips stay square, weight is in the lower chest area. We kick out and connect. We keep the legs off the mat, and we walk over to the side first to turn his leg and then come back. All right, thanks, and again, one more jiu-jitsu, and Brian, no nickname, or
And